Jethro Nero Hardy debuts here on Dynamite. 1.1. I mean, I'm glad Jeff Hardy's in AEW. I mean, AEW is there. I hate it, like, but you know, Jeff Hardy. I'm a fan. I'm a Jeff Hardy fan, guys. Right? Let's make no mistake about it. But at the same time, it's like Jeff comes out to save Matt for getting beat up by all these people. Also, we had Sting and Darby come out just a wee bit earlier. But I mean, it's the fucking debut of Jeff Hardy, like, and JR's like, it's brother Jeffrey Nero. I mean, really? This shit, he would just never say this shit in WWE. He treats AEW like it's a piss take, and to be honest, I don't blame him. Like, it's a fucking mess, this company. And then also, when Jeff came out, he got, like, his offense in. And then, fucking, like, the coordination was awful, like. Sting with, like, the jobber's finger poke of doom to the butcher. Matt then hits his twist of fate. Jeff looking drugged out already, and he's fucking 10 seconds into his AEW run. It's one Tom Bomb, and those two have a stare down with Sting and Darby. And it's like, well, why ain't this the World Tag Feud going on? Like there's so many factions, there's so many tag teams in this company. It's like, why are we getting Bobby Fish and the other prick Kyle O'Reilly against the Young Bucks for the belts? Or no, that's not even for the belts. It's fucking. There's so many people in this company, guys. Like, I mean, I would say it would be the downfall of the company, but the company's got that many fucking downsides to it. It's not just the only thing having too many people. But at the end of the day, fucking atrocious. Good to see Jeff, like, but you know, at the same time, awful. Then we had William Regal come out, basically cut a promo with Shivani and Bryan and Moxley. I like Regal, right, and he can cut a good promo, but this just fell off. Like, it felt good initially. It was, like, pretty emotional to start. But then he just goes on to talk about, like, fucking Bryan and Moxley. He's like, 39 years ago I got in the business. 21 I met this young man. Every time they mentioned his name, they mentioned my name. And you're like, okay. Then he goes on to mention Moxley. And then he's like, and when I got released from my old job, I was no longer required. I fell out of love with the business, which was like 2 months ago. He says, I wasn't watching AEW. I was like, yep, just like 99.999% of the fucking population. And then he says, but when I heard these two were fighting, I had to come back. And then he basically announces that these two are going to be in a tag team. Next up, Jericho turns heel and forms with 2.0. Awful. Like, what the fuck? Like, can Jericho just not be by himself? No, guys, we have to have factions because there's so many fucking jobbers on this fucking pish show. And Steve really cannot be arsed with few. I mean, NXT wasn't fucking. I mean, we gave it a 6 out of 10, but see that shite, like, it's honestly, it's hard to fucking watch. Some of it, like. And then we have Adam Page taking on Dante something. The guy's part of a tag team. He's the youngest guy to ever challenge for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page beats him. It's like, this is just jobber. Adam Cole comes out and then basically, just three vanilla fucking midgets, this isn't a segment, comes out and says, oh, I'm not done until I hear a new AEW World But why are you getting to make these decisions, mate? You're fucking pish. Adam Page beat you at the pay-per-view, so why is this feud still going on? I mean, look at the fucking people we've got. I mean, with Moxley, with Bryan, with Jericho, with both Hardys, you know what I mean? With Sting. All these people, like Punk, MJF, none of them get the belt. It's just a mess, guys. Like, how can somebody that, I mean, so much better than these two not be in the world title picture? It's a fucking, it's a catastrophe. It really, really is. It really fucking is. It's just garbage. Let's just make no mistake about it. It's absolutely garbage, and that is the bottom line. But then next up we have our main event, TNT Championship match, which was again Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara, which makes no sense. Like, why is this guy getting a TV title shot when Wardlow just won the match at the pay-per-view in the ladder match? Again, garbage booking. But yeah, here we've got interferences for all sorts of jobbers with, what's her name, Talia or something. We've got Dan Lambert, we've got Page fan Sam out there, but we get a new champ, and I don't like Scorpio Sky, I don't like Sammy Guevara, so I mean, this is not really a win-win in any fucking scenario, like, but yeah, with a title change here, guys, that'll do it for your AEW. It was good seeing Regal It was good seeing Jeff, but apart from that, it was fucking atrocious. So I'll give it a 1 out of 10.